Hi, well, today we're going to look at a mace, and a mace is basically a weighted impact weapon. If you have a weighted, bulbous head of really any kind on a rigid shaft, then you're holding a mace. I guess you could think of them as a professional club or a warrior's club. And the one weapon that is very similar but distinct is a war hammer, right? That's different. If it has a hammer head of any kind, we'll consider it an actual war hammer. So the mace is truly ancient and ubiquitous, from pre-Columbian South American warriors, the ancient Egyptian army, the Crusaders, you name it. It's effective, it's reliable, it's easy to make compared to a sharpened steel or iron instrument, and it's extremely versatile. Doesn't matter if you're fighting a heavily armored opponent, a lightly armored opponent, whether you're on horseback or on foot. Now, this is obviously a high-end version, and it's from northern India, circa 1750, and let's take a look. And when I said high-end, I meant high-end because that's actual gold on there. And of course, this one here is very artistic and proves that these were prestige weapons at times, and not just functional ones. The curator of this piece, though, did mention that this could be a truly functional, meant-to-be-used piece that just happened to be exquisitely expensive. Still, it's clearly meant to be a symbol of wealth and probably power and position. The mace traditionally was a sign of authority. And you can see how it looks like what to us would be a king's scepter, right? But this one here is no scepter or no mere scepter. It is heavy enough and strong enough to get the job done in actual combat. Yet it is also, of course, a work of art. Can't say enough about how I love the look on this one, all the aesthetics, the way the kind of earth tones are used. It's got elegant lines, just definitely the product of a master craftsman. And it's interesting that such a humble weapon from a construction standpoint could end up getting so much attention to detail and receive such polish. Now, India is famous for having maces with actual hand guards and some complicated parts, and semi-complicated, that this does not have, and I think that was an artistic choice. There's nothing on here that would ruin the symmetry, at least from a left-right standpoint. So maces, they could be incredibly humble, crude instruments, or they could look like this. And this one really is just one indication of how elaborate they can get. Thanks as always.